Hello, my name is Gabby Brienza, and I will be competing in Extemp commentary for the Fall Forensics Classic. Why standardized tests should not be used to measure students and how smart they are. Number one, our world is evolving every single day. We've seen it with AI, we've seen the impact it has, but yet our standardized tests have not changed. They're the same as they always have been, and we still trust them? Interesting. Moving on to number two. Every kid learns differently. There's not a certain set way to teach. There's not a certain set that people learn. And the fact that we're being tested off a piece of paper, who we all know kids learn differently, crazy. And number three, our brains are not fully developed till the age of 25. So the information we're getting now might go in one ear and out the other. But what we're taking in, we're learning how to process it and map it into our brains. So this brings me to my first point. Standardized tests are outdated and should not be used for promoting or ranking students, evaluating teachers, or grading schools. This is according to fairtest.org. This shows that our tests are outdated. Something needs to change. We've seen it. Kids get discouraged. It's not an accurate way of showing how smart a child is. And we need to change this. Coming from someone who has dyslexia, this brings me to my second point. I have dyslexia. I have a learning disability. A standardized test was a nightmare for me. I was terrified. I felt stupid every single time. I knew I just was going to write my name and bubble in some answers and hope I got something right. But a piece of paper told me how smart I was. And I felt like that for a while. I felt stupid. But yet, Albert Einstein, who has dyslexia, went on to do amazing things. And he was a genius with the same learning disability as me. So I must be smart. Why is a test score telling me that's outdated and frankly is not up to date with our world today? But that test is going to tell me how smart I am. Which definitely it should not. This brings me to my third and last point. We are still cognating how much our brains can take in. We are mapping our brains. Our brains are not developed till we are 25 years old. I'm 18, and I have to go take a standardized test? That's not right. I'm not going to remember everything something is being thrown at me. It just doesn't work like that. Today, cognitive and development psychologists understand that knowledge is not participle bits that people include. Children learn by connecting with what they already know, with what they're trying to learn. If they cannot accurately do that, they're going to struggle to remember. This is according to fairtest.org. We learn better when we have something to connect it to. If we have nothing to connect it to and we're just having stuff thrown at us, this isn't going to work. Our tests need to change. The process of taking tests needs to change. But yet, it's the same every year, and nothing is being shown. But we know we're smart. Why isn't something being fixed? So in the end, standardized tests are outdated and need to be evolved with our current world today. And kids are learning differently, so these tests are not accurate to what they actually know. And finally, our brains are not fully developed. So why are we being asked to go into a test and remember everything that we are most likely not going to remember? Thank you.